welcome to White Men Can't Pot. It's episode 35. I'm your host, Ryan. I'm here with my two scouts, assistant general managers. I don't know. Mr. Wally Foley, Mr. Bill Cashin.
I'm a better scout than Wally.
Possibly.
Wally wanted to draft the main quarterback, and I said, come on, he's a douche.
Oh,
we
you
don't
wanted
want him.
Bo?
No, I did not
Yeah,
want
Wally
Bo.
wanted
You could
Bo.
easily tell he was a douche.
Wally said, this is my kind of guy.
When your own teammates don't come to your birthday party,
Your teammates come to your birthday party? You need to know.
they made a big deal out of that.
This movie,
There's an easier way to make it seem like his teammates hate him.
This movie has 3 or 4 super corny lines that make my skin crawl. That's one of them. The other one is when they're at the victory party and that stupid nerd intern walks in with Costner and he's like, you did this and you said that.
Yeah.
And how did you do it? And he goes, I was pissed.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
You didn't like, though, when he was like, hey, buddy, you were a soldier today. You didn't like that?
I threw your.
He did say he was a soldier today.
I threw your laptop into the wall, 6 inches, but you're a soldier.
Yeah. What? Like, why didn't he just say, yeah, I thought it was my laptop. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
like, it was.
Blind rage, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'll get you a new one. We'll have IT work on,
He
like,
did
getting
say
all your
that.
shit
I'll
off.
get you a new one with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Which, come on, Kevin. They haven't had whistles on computers.
Also,
in
there's a
long
part
time.
where now Twitter is dumb, even though we're on there.
I'm not on there.
I'm not on there.
Well, the show is, but there's a part where he tries to explain Twitter to Chadwick Boseman. He's like, "Don't Twitter."
Yeah.
That's also very
Yeah.
weird. All right, we are here to do Draft Day, 2014's Draft Day. As the NFL Draft, or at the NFL Draft, General Manager Sonny Weaver has the opportunity to rebuild his team when he trades for the number 1 pick. He must decide if he's willing to sacrifice a life-changing day for a few hundred young men with NFL dreams. Draft Day. How'd you first see Draft Day?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay. I saw it on Netflix, I think. Streaming.
Oh,
Streaming
okay.
was a thing
Okay.
in
Yep.
2014, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it still is a thing now.
Yeah. I would say
Streaming's still around, right?
kind of a big deal. Kind of
Just
a big deal.
just a little bit of a big
But I feel like I'll be off of it soon when you can't do any password sharing anymore.
Oh.
I feel like that'll be the end of my streaming days.
Really?
Right now, I pay for 2. One of them I will get rid of right away if no one else can use it.
Peacock?
I will not use Peacock by myself.
You're not going to use Peacock?
I use it sometimes, but if I can't share it with you guys, then no, I'm off Peacock. It's just a matter of
Nope.
whether I want to keep Netflix or if I want to go straight Tubi only.
All right. Before we get into this obviously made me think of the 2014 draft because this was the 2014 draft.
I don't remember what.
Do you remember
2014
any
was.
Not a clue.
any picks from the 2014 draft?
Let's see.
If you said names,
2014
yeah,
Was,
but-
let's see. We graduated in 2017.
Who did the Giants pick?
You graduated in 2017, Bill?
Did they
Who did the Giants pick in 2014?
Snee,
Snee. Who the fuck is
a
Snee?
lineman that they drafted because
No,
he's married
Odell
to Tom?
Beckham Jr. is who
Oh,
okay.
Okay. He was good. I liked
they
him.
picked. He's not there anymore.
He's not.
Where are the Cowboys?
Uh,
Cowboys. Did the Cowboys not have a pick?
most likely. There was a couple years
Hold on, let's see.
Couple years
Let me double
there.
check this.
in the past, like 10,
Cowboys.
where we have like.
Cowboys had 2 very important picks.
Okay.
Two good players.
Wait.
Des
2014.
Bryant?
2014. One guy in the news right now.
Zeke. It was Zeke.
No,
and
nope. It
Oh,
wasn't
the
Zeke.
lineman who just held out.
Zach Martin.
Oh.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Great pick.
He's
Did
got a
we
new
get
contract, right?
another?
You know who they were supposed to pick, and who I just watched a documentary about?
Johnny Football.
Johnny Football.
I have not watched that.
I just watched
Yeah. I was very worried when we were considering taking him. And I was,
In the second round, they picked DeMarcus Lawrence.
oh,
That's a heck of a 1-2 punch.
that was a very
That's a
good.
good draft.
Panthers picked Kelvin Benjamin in this draft. That's
He
my
was
team.
Not
good
bad.
for a brief time.
Could have been better if he, had a quarterback
So
who could throw the ball.
the only real player they talk about from the draft is Clowney.
They talk about him.
Don't they talk about Clowney in this?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
they talked about Clowney in this. Mike Evans was picked in this. This is kind of
He's
an
still
interesting
good.
draft.
He's still
Eric Ebron.
Oof.
Aaron Donald was picked in this draft.
Oh, he was
Oh,
picked
okay.
late, yeah.
13. He was picked by the
Yeah.
Rams.
Because he's too short.
Rams were still in St. Louis. Ryan Shazier.
Who was the number one?
Number 1 pick was Clowney.
Oh, okay.
2 was Greg Robinson, who I don't think lasted very long in the league.
Greg
I
Tackle.
Robinson.
don't know him.
A
Oh,
tackle.
yeah.
Blake Bortles was 3rd.
Okay.
Sammy Watkins was 4th.
That didn't go
The
so
Bills
great.
picked Sammy Watkins 4th overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack
He
went
was
5th.
awesome in college, I remember.
Yep.
Mac was good for a short time.
Yeah. So
And who went in the Bo
in the,
whatever Bo
in
Callahan?
the 7 spot,
No, the 6th spot because that's where Bo Callahan
Jake
goes.
Matthews, tackle,
Oh.
Falcons.
He might still be around.
Mm-hmm. He's still around. I thought that was funny. Like, I don't remember anything about the 2014 draft. Let me look this
No.
up.
I mean, that was a while ago. That was almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago.
Holy shit.
Okay, what do you think the budget was? Time for the budget
Oh,
game.
yeah.
What do you
Oh,
think the budget
man.
was for draft day?
Costner's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Big Cost. You got
Lots of
NFL
Jennifer Gardner,
Dennis
Goodell
Leary.
is in it.
Goodell,
All of the ESPN people.
Yep.
Rich Eisen,
You
Wasn't
have
Kuiper
Arian
in there?
Foster.
Aaron
Terry
Foster,
Crews.
Terry Crews,
It was at least $100 million just to get Puffy in it.
Oh Jesus, I forgot about
Puffy.
him too.
Puffy Dance.
The Smallville actor, Superman.
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah,
Who was that? Is that the quarterback?
He was the other
The
quarterback.
quarterback.
Oh,
Brian
Drew?
Yeah.
I'm going to say $140 million.
That's a lot of money.
It
for
is.
a movie
That is
about a
lot of
draft.
movie. I'm
Puffy,
gonna
man.
go. I'm gonna split them in half, and I'll go 70 mil. Wow.
Wow.
You're both over.
All
How much
right.
could this have cost?
40 mil.
Good grief. How much do you think this really could cost? I mean, the draft was already happening. They just happened to, like, poke their head in. They have
Yeah,
Costner.
but like,
And
yeah,
that-
paying
and-
all those
and that's
people.
about
though,
it.
I feel. I felt like there was big enough names there.
Leary's in this for, like, 3 seconds. And
He's in that
bunch.
a lot.
Okay. What was the budget?
40?
40,
You
you
said
said?
40.
I said 40.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good shot. I'll go half of it. I'll go 20.
While you win.
Woo!
Estimated budget, $25 million.
That's
it.
Wow.
That is it.
This must
That
have
is-
crushed. Well,
Yeah.
but if it's a Netflix thing, did this
Actually-
hit theaters?
It did. I think it was in the theaters and went
It
streaming
was
quickly.
It was.
Yeah.
Streaming makes the money harder.
Okay, who has to go? No, we don't have to do that.
Doesn't matter.
But box office gross worldwide. How much
so
did
it's
it make?
25,
25 in budget. How much did it make?
79 mil.
79 mil.
No, 50 mil. I think it barely doubles it.
You're both over.
Boy.
45 mil.
$2.
Well, Bill, you win.
Ah.
29,824,199.
So it made its money back.
Barely.
Yeah, I remember it not being like well received, but I thought it would have done better than that.
Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Okay. We'll get to the
was
eBay war in a
entertaining,
second.
though.
We'll get to the eBay war in a second. We begin with Chris Berman. Good old boomer.
There was a time I enjoyed him, but he said back one too many times, and I gave up on him.
We zoom in on the Seahawks for a little bit.
Yeah.
There's an interesting way that they use like the Star Wars like flip of the camera, or like two people are in the same different
Oh,
place,
yeah.
but they're in the same screen. Like,
yeah,
they use that. in
I
kind
like
of
that.
interesting
That
ways.
was. Wait, they did that in Star Wars?
Well,
the
Star
newer
Wars
ones?
has like the wipes, is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
They kind of
okay.
did that in this, but they did it with like people walking across screens. Like,
Yeah.
Costner walks into the office, but then the Seahawks guy is in his office.
Right, like you
Looks
have
like
the
they're in the same room.
yeah, you have the double screen, but somebody's or the split screen, but somebody's over the edge on their.
Yeah, they're
screen.
overlapping in weird ways.
Who is the guy talking to the Seahawks GM? Is that supposed to be the owner?
Yeah,
The black guy who's like, you got to do something with this.
Is it the coach or the owner?
I don't know.
I
That's
think
what-
it's the owner because
Okay.
he yeah. Also, that's the smart chef from Waiting. Like
Oh.
the
Oh, is it?
Nice.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So we zoom in on the Seahawks.
you're
They have,
being racist.
they have the number one overall pick. which they want to trade to get more picks, which is
Smart.
a good move.
Yeah.
Find someone stupid enough to trade for the number 1 pick. Immediate cut to the Browns. They get some of this right. Some of these these teams are dumb, which also seems funny that the NFL is like, yeah, you can do this, and also talk about how dumb the Jaguars are.
Well, I mean, it's the Jaguars.
Exactly. Kevin Costner and Jennifer Gardner are fighting.
It is Bishop from Waiting.
They're dating.
Yep.
So this is where he gets fired. Number 1.
Yeah.
Is he sleeping with an underling?
Yes.
It's not so much like the personal relationship; it's the fact that he's the GM.
And he's not telling anyone.
Yeah, even if he is telling someone,
that's a Boston
he is
Celtics
her
coach
boss.
kind of move.
Well, I mean, yeah. You mean a Rockets
that's
coach?
That's an Imi Udoka move.
It's a Rockets coach
Yeah.
move. President didn't want any part of that.
She's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And he's like, I just don't know. And she's like, you're gonna be a dad. He's like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, because you're 70 fucking years old, Kevin Costner.
70-year-old guy doesn't want to be a new father.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I get
Right.
it. He doesn't go about it a very good way, but I get it.
That feels weird. So the Seahawks call and say, you want the number 1 pick? You can get Bull Callahan. And he says, I got a quarterback. And said, you can make the trade and save football in Cleveland. And Costner hangs up. And then we get an informational PowerPoint on why Cleveland is bad. And why Cleveland is special, but also bad at all sports. And then Vontae Mack, awesome linebacker, directly calls a GM, which I think is weird. Just like, hey, how you doing, buddy?
How'd you get this number?
It's like, how do you have this number? It's
You
like,
gave it to me
yeah.
at the combine.
And then, so they talk for a bit about why Vontae would be a great pick at number 7, and he needs, which is what the Browns pick is actually at. Mm-hmm. And he says, I need to get pick high because I need to feed them kids. Mm-hmm. I got to feed these kids. And Sonny's like, just sit tight. Stop calling me. Just enjoy your day. Then
you only get drafted once.
Arian Foster calls. Mm-hmm. His dad, Terry, played by Terry Crews. Arian Foster is
Ray Jennings.
Ray Jennings, his dad was good on the Browns, and he wants to be on the Browns.
Yep. Because
he wants to make his dad happy. And he's like, I know I'm dropping in the draft. Let me explain this fight I got in. Because everybody's got drama. Everybody's got some drama.
Yep.
And then Costner gets a call from the owner. Or no, he meets the owner later.
Yeah, he meets him at
all right, so let's move to an eBay war.
Right in, all right.
Let's move to an eBay war. I think it's in the thing.
That's the wrong one.
I think it's in the thing, right?
A cell phone?
Yep. Cell phone.
A 2014 cell phone.
Cell phone. You know what this is?
It's a Samsung cell phone.
This is a draft day prop. This is Jennifer Garner's Samsung cell phone movie prop.
Okay.
For your consideration, this is wait a minute. For your consideration, is this Jennifer Garner Samsung cell phone from the movie Draft Day?
I don't know. Is it?
Period. From the 2014 movie Draft Day, starring Kevin Costner, the screen-used phone is working condition at the time of the listing. There are 2 blurry pictures from the set. The item was acquired from a reputable prop house in L.A. Feel free to ask any questions and be sure to look at the other items from this firm available on our eBay store. M&D Collectible Mad Movie Props, 99.4% positive feedback.
So this is actually the phone that she
This is
had.
actually the phone that Jennifer Garner uses in this movie.
Does it work?
He
At
says
the
it
time
works
it
at the
did.
time of this listing, which who the hell knows what that means. What do you think? Who's going first?
No autographs, no nothing. Just
Nope, it's a phone.
Is there a certification of any kind?
No,
Okay.
Well, Bill has to go first. He's up 7-6.
Of course I am.
it's a phone
Dick.
used by Jennifer Garner in a movie.
It's pretty personalized.
Mm.
38.92
Jesus Christ.
$38.
and 92 cents.
For
What is that?
a prop phone that works, though.
The Jennifer Garner, what was her show? I was gonna say The Angel, but that wasn't it. Where she was like a spy.
Alias?
Alias.
Is that her?
The Alias
She's
used this
Alias?
phone.
She was Alias?
I mostly know her as the former Mrs. Stiller, right? No, not Stiller.
Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck.
Yeah, she was Ben
Former
Affleck's,
Mrs. Affleck.
She's
Electra.
married to Ben Affleck.
She's Electra.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Electra.
What you got
What
for
did you
me?
say? 38.92? 34.92?
This isn't that hard,
I
Wally.
think- I
Just
think
end this
32.
real quick.
$1.
This isn't that hard. What the fuck are you doing?
Yes,
You idiot. You said this isn't that hard.
it's not. You save $40 and you win.
That's exactly what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. It's a movie prop held by Alias, Jennifer Garner. All right, you're both way under what this is. Why would you go $1? What was that?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my god.
So $138.92.
It's still way off.
Way off.
No.
It's a movie prop.
It's a 2013 phone.
$1,000.
Okay, now you're over.
Okay, $750.
I win again.
You're over.
$500.
$499.99.
$500 for this?
$500 for this?
That's probably what it cost brand new at the time.
Maybe. Might
He's
have.
trying to recoup his money.
To get that money back for the shitty Verizon Samsung. All right, wow, that was interesting.
It's another win for me.
That was real interesting. Wally.
Well, I
Wow.
wasn't
Win
expecting
one
it to go for anything.
For the kids.
Like,
$1.
I honestly thought
One for the kids.
$40 was a good bid by him.
George Mirisan. Okay. Anyway, back to the movie.
What did she just fall over for?
She got clipped.
Kind of.
This is soccer from like 24 hours ago.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, the owner talks to Costner about what a bad job he's doing as a GM.
Yeah,
They
he says
argue
you
about
got to make a splash. And he's like, I got a good strategy here.
Make a splash.
I'm going to draft defense. No, you're not.
No one likes defense.
Which I'm sure
Costner.
that this is a real conversation that happens with GMs all the time.
Yeah, constantly. Costner says he likes Vontae Mack, which kind of spoils the movie.
Sure
and
does.
then we find out Costner fired his dad, who was the coach of the team. All of this makes absolutely no sense.
A legendary coach of the team.
Yes.
Yeah. All of this makes no sense.
Yeah, that you get fired for that. The owner fires you for firing your dad.
Yeah.
Except, no.
All of this makes no sense.
Like, no, look, I understand he doesn't get fired for that because his dad has failing health.
I guess
he's
but it's
old.
a secret.
Yeah, but I'm sure the owner knows. He's like, all right, well, I also probably want him out. We can get this guy who just
That's
won a
true.
ring with Dallas.
How many times has there ever been a general manager whose own relation was also a coach?
That was the comic timing of this movie, though. That they're trying to hire a guy who just won a championship with Dallas, and it's 2014.
I laughed at the parallel
Fuck you.
of how
Oh.
he kind of takes a shot at Barry Switzer, in my opinion. He's
Yeah,
like,
he
you won
absolutely
with
does.
somebody else's players.
I couldn't remember who he's talking about, but I knew it was
Felt
one
like
of
a
the Dallas
Barry
coaches.
Switzer thing. So he fired his own dad. So he's a real prick, Costner.
Yeah.
The Seahawks, in the first conversation, wanted 2 number 1s and a number 2 or something like that.
2 number 1s and a 3, I think
yeah,
it
a
was.
3, and then after this conversation with the owner, Costner calls.
He's like, all right, let's
And it's
do
like,
it.
All right, I can do that. And they're like, we're living a different world now. You owe us 3 number 1 picks
Your next 3 years.
for the next 3 years, which this is just asinine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who is doing this?
Nobody.
That's what, even when
Who
he.
doesn't just hang up and move on? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll take Vontae Mack at 7. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We meet Coach Dennis Leary, like we said. What do you think of
Dennis
Coach Dennis Leary as a character here? I thought this is great. Why wasn't he a coach before?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job
He did a
here.
great job as a coach.
Being a real hateable coach.
Yeah.
Who actually is saying some smart things, though.
He says a lot of stuff, and then it turns out Costner made the trade off screen and says, "I just traded for the number 1 pick," and everyone congratulates
Yeah,
him.
they're
They're
like,
like,
"Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome. We're gonna
sweet.
get- what's
we
his
got
name?
Bo Callahan.
Bo Callahan.
Except for Dennis Leary, who goes, okay, but
What'd you
what
give?
did you give up for that?
Which is smart thing
And
to
he
say.
goes, 3 number ones. And he goes, you didn't even discuss it with me?
Yep.
And he's like, nope. My job is my job. Your job is your job. Seems like a bad fucking way to do business.
Yep.
Seems real bad. Dennis Leary complains rookie quarterbacks are no good. They're shit. And we have a decent team. We can win right away. You're messing that up. I got to teach this guy from scratch.
Yeah. We got a good quarterback right now.
We already got a good quarterback who played in my system. What are you doing?
Brian Drew, I think.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The owner just pops it. He's like, "Great fucking job! I'm going to the draft.
Yep.
I'm gonna be
I'm going to
there.
hand him the jersey."
Oh yeah, because he calls him, and what's his face is like, don't do that.
Maybe no. The way this is revealed is funny because there's the whiteboard where they're scouting Vontae Mack and
Jennings.
Arian Foster, and he just walks up and erases the entire thing, goes and just writes Bo. Like, this is what we're doing now, guys.
Yeah. Find me something bad about him, he says.
Everybody's got something. He goes through the list of like Montana was too small and was going to get hurt, and Elway was too strong of an arm, and he's like tries to explain like Peyton Manning
couldn't throw the
touch,
deep
that's what
ball.
it
had
was.
no touch or couldn't throw it deep, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like when he said Elway threw it too hard, I'm like, all right, how's that a problem?
It's not, but that's
It's
what was
made
said
up.
about
Yeah,
him.
it's made up.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Then we find out P. Diddy is the agent for Bo Callahan.
Yep.
Star of the movie. Puff
Star,
Daddy.
Puff Daddy as an agent.
Does a good job as an agent.
There's a weird conversation. Every time Costner talks to Bo, it's weird. He talks to him about winning. Tell me about winning. It's like, I want to win?
It's the only thing.
Yeah.
Everybody says that. Well, yeah.
Somehow Sonny Costner's mom calls and like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you training all those picks? You're an idiot. Even his mom is like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And Dennis Leary walks in with a giant booklet that he sets on fire in the middle of the office and says, "This is our draft prep.
Yeah, this is what we've been working
Thanks
on
so
for
much for
weeks and
fucking
months.
us." Which, again, if you're not a super NFL fan, you wouldn't know this, but every team scouts every player to a high degree, even if they're not picking them,
Yeah.
so that they know if they want to trade up and stuff. Like every single team, this would not happen. Obviously, they put more work into the players they think they want to take, but there's no way the team is completely unprepared on what Bo Callahan can do.
Right.
Especially being the number one pick and being that highly sought after.
Everyone does their due diligence on stuff, especially if you could trade up and pick, take the pick.
Yeah.
This is where we get the phone call where Costner calls Vontae Mack and says, "Don't tweet," because Vontae Mack had tweeted that
They traded the pick.
the pick was traded. Like Adam Schefter wouldn't have had that before an actual player, but okay.
Shefty.
He calls.
Yeah, had
but
called.
he calls, but they don't answer.
Yeah, he was like, "No, tell Schefter to shove his rumor up his." And she what's her face
Yes,
stops
Jen
him.
Garner.
Yeah,
Her job, we didn't talk about her job. She's a capologist.
yeah. Which
Basically.
comes. They mention it twice, maybe
Yeah.
once.
Maybe that's what I should do. That actually sounds
You want to be a
interesting me.
capologist?
Yes. That sounds.
Then you have to
that
understand
sounds
how the
interesting
cap
to me.
works, and nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
But
right.
that's the thing. If I decide I want to do that, I'll be one of what?
Seven.
Not even 32 people that do.
Yeah, 7 people.
How do I become a capologist?
I'm okay with numbers. That's probably all you need, right?
Yeah, that's it.
There was a time when I was kind of good at numbers.
That's all you need. You just asked earlier if we had the same high school reunion, even though we're all in the same class. But yeah.
Oh no, I didn't ask. I figured that
Graduating
out on my
class.
own.
Yes. Wait, if you're having
wait,
a 20th year anniversary,
You're having a 20-year anniversary,
Let
so
me-
are
are
we.
we?
Yes, we all graduated the same year.
not me. Thank you.
Not you. Vontae Mack says Bo Callahan's a poser. I sacked him 4 times. Go watch the tape. And Costner's like, yeah, whatever, buddy. He's like, no. Go watch it after I sack him.
Yeah, watch him after I sack him. Oh,
We see that Brian Drew, the old quarterback, has been working out. Scouts want to know. They're talking.
I know the strength coach from something. It might be.
Right. What is he in?
I didn't recognize him at all.
I just now picked because I couldn't figure it out. I think he plays a cop in that Netflix show about women in jail.
Oh yeah, you love that show.
I did for a while, and then
What was
I
that
stopped
Orange is
watching.
the New Black?
Orange
Yeah.
is the New Black.
I watched 5 seasons of it, and then there was actually a pretty solid ending to that season, and I said, "That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done. This is a good cutoff. I don't need any more of the show," and I
Wow.
didn't finish it.
The scouts, Costner's scouts are supposed to be figuring out the weakness of this guy, and they're talking about how many chicks he's banging. He's banging a lot of chicks, Costner. Costner's like, I don't give a fuck.
One
What-
dude's like,
Oh, yeah.
as
What-
one dude goes, as a former college quarterback, he's getting 3 a day.
Mm-hmm.
3 a day? Oh my god.
And I did like that Costner said, "I'm trying so hard not to lose my shit on you 3 right now.
Yes.
Do your fucking job."
You know I'm about to become a 72-year-old dad right now?
Yeah.
It's not good.
I do wish they actually at some point said what the age difference was supposed to be.
Oh, it's like 30 fucking years. Maybe 20. How old's Gardner?
I mean, in real life,
40?
it's at least 20.
Is she 40 at that
But
point?
is it supposed to be, or are they trying to make Costner be a young 50-year-old in this?
No, I think he's supposed to be old.
He's supposed to be old because that's why he's saying it.
I'd say probably like late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah, definitely
'Cause-
60s.
Because mom there looks like she's
That's true.
80s,
Yeah,
like late 80s.
yeah. What'd you find on Bo? Didn't find anything. And then we find out everyone wants to fire the Seattle general manager because he traded away the number 1 pick
Yep.
when he could have taken a generational pick,
Yeah.
which is real stupid. Unless they have something on them, which they don't seem to.
Yeah, they seem to like him, but
seem
they
to
just
like him, but they just want
wanted
more picks.
more?
No, I think they couldn't take the cap hit because
Yes,
they
right,
also
that's
mentioned
all
something
part of
about
it.
like it being
The
cheaper,
cap,
and that's
'cause
fine.
That's why Gardner is so important because she's a
Yeah.
capologist. She
Yeah.
figures it out. Brian Drew destroys, my God, destroys the office of Costner because he's mad.
Because he knows
He knows he's about to be
quarterback.
let go, even
Yeah.
though that hasn't been decided. The Chiefs call and they want to inquire about Brian Drew. They're like, "We heard he's really doing real well. He's a good player. We need a quarterback real bad." And Larry's like, "Let me call you back. I haven't decided that yet."
When did Mahomes get drafted?
After this, I
Yeah.
believe.
16 maybe.
So this is the Alex Smith era?
It's like 17 or 18.
Oh, okay.
Mahomes hasn't been around that long, has he?
I have no idea.
We could look it up, but there's no internet.
Yeah,
Doesn't
not like
exist.
we're holding
We're not.
phones and
Nope.
laptops.
Can't do it.
No.
Dennis Leary interrupts Jen Gardner's lunch to try to convince her to talk to Costner about getting the picks back.
Because
Which, like, it's a thing you can just do.
2017.
Okay, so it was a few years later.
So yes, this is Alex Smith era. They did need a quarterback.
They did.
Yeah.
And I like Alex Smith too, but
They still
need a
needed one.
quarterback.
Leary's real creepy and weird about it. And he's like, "What do you do again?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm a capologist." He's like, "What is
okay,
that?"
she's not saying capologist.
She is in my head.
Okay.
She's like, I belong here. I worked here for a long time. And he's like,
and she actually does know football,
she knows football. And he's like, "You two are having sex, aren't you?"
basically.
And she's like, "That's gross.
Tell
to
your
say.
boyfriend.
That's gross to say." And he's like, "Just get the picks back, all right, sweetie?" And she's like, "I gotta go." And then Dennis Leary eats the chips off of her plate
Mm-hmm.
when she leaves.
I mean, to
She's
be
like-
fair,
I'm
she's
not.
a lot
I'm
of
okay with that.
chips.
to be fair, they're just free chips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're just
she
good
just bought a
chips.
lunch and walked away from it.
Yeah,
so.
and they were barbecue chips.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
come
good
on.
chips. We find out Bo had a birthday party and no one showed up. None of his teammates showed up.
Yeah, earlier there was a scene where they said like, oh no, that's where he calls the coach. He's about to call the coach.
He calls Coach Sam Elliott here at Wisconsin, which I thought Sam Elliott was dead, but it was apparently a hoax. He's still alive. Good old Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott
So good.
was on something I watched recently. He's good. Yeah.
He's great and everything. He coached Wisconsin, and he kind of like poo-poos it, and he's like, "Oh my God, come on! The cops didn't take the names down right. Come on."
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I do like the way the coach stood up for him. He's like, "What do you think's more likely?
Yeah.
That no one went to this guy's party,
Right.
or that They knew these were the players from the local school, so they told him to go out the back door.
Even if Bo Callahan is a massive dick,
Yeah.
there's still people that are
Somebody.
gonna fucking be
Yeah.
up his butt because he's a star quarterback. Not
And they
the ent-
definitely the cops had to take Bo's name
Right.
down because it was his party.
Yeah,
So it'd be
right.
kind of stupid.
It's so dumb. It's such a dumb premise.
Yeah.
The Bills call. They're trying to get the number one pick from Costner, and he's like, "Why the fuck are you guys calling? I just traded for the number one pick. Why would you call me?" Turns out Dennis Leary called them and said, "You guys gotta,
Oh yeah.
you guys gotta do this. I need my picks. I need some picks back." And so that really pisses off Costner, and he's like, "What the fuck is your problem?" We go to the draft. We see Roger Goodell. We see Rich Eisen. We see Boomer. We see. Was it Radio City at this time? It was still Radio City.
I think it was.
The scouts study the Mac tape where he gets ejected from the game, which is what he said to watch. He gets ejected because he gives a ball to a fan,
Yeah.
which is his dying sister, and then they
Her 2 kids. Yeah.
fine him for they flag him for throwing the ball into the stands. So he flips out, touches a ref by accident, gets ejected.
Yeah, he just like touches him. He doesn't like.
Yeah. To like turn him around and be like, "It's my sister." Like, yeah.
And then we get the Jamarcus Russell, if you know that
Ooh,
story.
yeah.
We get the Jamarcus Russell part of the story, which the was it the Raiders
Yep.
or was it a different team?
It was the Raiders. Yeah.
Well, the
So
Raiders is where he went.
Raiders after they drafted him, where they sent him a DVD with plays on it,
Yeah.
told him to watch it at home, and
They start sending him blank tapes.
but they were blank. And he never reported back like, "Yo, these are blank. You're sending me home blank," because he never watched film.
Yeah.
So the story is here that one of the teams,
Redskins.
Yep.
Who are now the Commanders.
the
Yep.
Redskins commanders, would send playbooks to everybody with $100 taped in the back. It seems like way too smart for anything the Commanders would ever do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Dan Snyder would not hand out
$100.
$100
Right.
bills.
None of this makes any sense either.
I mean, maybe the Cowboys are smart. enough to
Oh
do
my
that.
God, Jera.
You think Jerry's handing out $100
Ac-
bills to
yeah.
Actually,
potential players?
unfortunately, it sounds like this is more like a New England Patriots kind of thing.
Maybe. Anyway, Bo did not. Usually, one of two things happen: either they find $100, or
Or they don't.
they don't, and then they fess up to it.
They
didn't
say, like,
see it.
yeah, you're right. Sorry, I didn't
Sorry, I
make it
didn't
all the
see
way
it.
through the book or whatever.
And Bo did neither of these. He didn't find it, but he lied about not.
yeah, they called him on it,
Yeah.
and he like covered up his lie by like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
did see it. You're right. You're right.
Oh yeah, that was funny, guys. You know who found the money?
And
Put it in
then-
an envelope and mailed it back in a card. Brian fucking Drew. That's
The
easy.
All-American
Yep.
quarterback you already have, Cleveland.
Corny as fuck.
It was very corny.
He
Corny
said,
as fuck.
"Give this back to me when I win you a Super Bowl." It was Brian Drew.
Yeah, give me. Yeah.
I do
It didn't
like
work because they
corny.
clearly they didn't draft him. So
I kind of like what's his face, Costner, and this guy is back and forth.
Yeah, where it's like,
Costner's just like, just
tell
fucking tell me.
Yeah.
Stop going. For
ask
the,
me. Just tell me what you want to tell me.
Yes. The Texans call about Mac. They're like, actually, we want to take Mac at 15 or whatever. And Costner's just like, shit. I thought he would slip to the second round, but no, I can't get him. His mom bursts in with his ex-wife and says, "We just went to the will reading right now, and we have to spread your dad's
Which
ashes
is-
on the field right this second."
Ridiculous.
Which is an
Yes.
absolutely ridiculous thing, and like
three things like
it's
first,
always all the way around. Even the Costner, like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I guess I'll spread Dad's ashes right now. What the fuck?
But first of all, like his dad died months
A year ago.
Yeah, like it. No, actually,
That was months ago. You're
no,
right.
we're wrong. He died like 2 weeks before that.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
It was not long because everybody keeps saying sorry about your dad.
Yeah, so maybe
So 2 weeks
maybe
ago.
the will reading. Okay, that's fine.
Now he wants
But
his
even
ashes spread on the practice field.
They can't wait a day.
And
Like,
he wouldn't
also-
want it to be on draft day, I'm sure.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she's just
Casey-
being a dick.
He's a football coach.
Yeah.
He would have never asked for that. Anyway, also, it's your dad. Maybe just be like, all right, well, I guess I don't really have a choice. I
Yeah.
only got one dad. I guess I'll spread the ashes.
Right.
So he's pissed at his mom, and his mom keeps asking him to go out there and do it. So he smashes a computer into the wall by throwing it into the drywall.
Yep.
Just chucks a computer into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
He's so pissed at his mom. And Jennifer Garner's like, let's go outside and talk about this. So he's like, Mom, which, by the way, why wouldn't he tell his fucking girlfriend? I'm sure she's been dating him for more than 2 weeks, more than a year probably,
About what?
to have a baby. About that he had to fire his dad to protect her from dying.
Oh,
He
why he
never
actually did it?
explained this to the person that he is closest to and is having a baby with.
yeah.
But
Never?
also, the way he says, like, I'm absolutely not going outside right now to spread these ashes.
But then
And
he
she's
goes
like,
outside.
let's go outside and take a break. Okay. And then I'll stand here and watch other people do the ashes while I'm
Yeah.
also just standing outside.
They walk by him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
I'm sure
thing
there
is
are
so
other
stupid.
places to stand outside, but she brings him to the practice field where they want to spread the ashes.
It's,
And he's like, oh.
it's so dumb. Oh, God. So he watches this happen while he explains to Jennifer Garner what actually happened when he fired his own dad. And she's like, you never told me that. Like, that's probably his most, like, deepest thing that he would tell somebody that he's dating, probably. But okay. Sonny calls Bo and asks him about the birthday party. And Bo's like, I don't know, man. It was a birthday party. Who fucking cares?
I don't remember much of that night. Yep, that's fair.
Costner apologizes to the intern for smashing his computer because it was the intern's computer.
Yeah, poor
And
intern.
he smashed.
This poor kid. He's also walked in on Costner and Jennifer Gardner
Several times.
at least once, probably twice by now,
Yeah.
while they're having like being
A
alone
very-
time.
Very personal chat in the closet.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, they're about to make their selection here, and everyone thinks it's going to be Bo. And then
I mean, he traded 3 first-round picks to
he
move
traded
up.
3 first-round picks to pick Bo. The entire scouting department, coach, everybody's waiting for the pick to be in. He won't put it in. And then he had this note that he wrote himself earlier in the day, which we forgot to mention.
Oh yeah.
And it falls out of his pocket. And Jennifer Garner picks it up, reads it, and throws it on the desk very dramatically, like, do this.
But we don't see that
But
note
we
for
don't
a
see
while.
that
No.
until the
Much
pick is
later.
made, and then find out number 1 overall pick is Vontae Mack.
Yeah.
Which
So at this point,
Crazy.
instead of who he
no
could have picked at
sense.
7 originally,
Yeah.
he has traded 3 number 1 picks to move up to pick him at 1.
So he
Yes.
traded.
So he has to pay him more money also.
Yes.
He traded 3 number 1 picks to pick an inside linebacker.
Mhm.
It makes truly no
Right.
sense.
And when the owner gets mad and says, like, I'm going to go right now,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. You don't wait to fire him when you get there. You fire him now, and you don't let him make any more picks the rest of the day.
also, like, the trades that are going on here are like number 1 pick trades don't happen 3 hours before the draft is supposed to happen. Usually,
Right.
almost never. Also, none of it makes sense if you watch any drafts or any football.
Yeah.
The note said pick Mac at all costs.
Yeah.
The owner's pissed, and after that, all NFL teams are scared to pick Bo Callahan because
The Browns.
the Browns didn't
passed
pick
on
him. So there
The
must
number
be,
2
also-
team, either one of 2 things happens. Whoever's sitting at 2 goes,
Thank
this
you.
wasn't what we're going to do, but we're taking him now. Or they say, who wants to take him? Come give me a lot of picks,
Yeah.
and
And
you
then
can
it
have him.
happens. Yeah,
But he gets drafted number 2 without a doubt at this point.
yeah. So that doesn't
Ooh.
happen.
Didn't Johnny Manziel fall a bit?
22. he
Johnny
got picked.
Manziel was
This
not
draft.
this good of a draft.
In the
Okay.
Draft
20
pick.
because he had an amazing I watched the documentary, so I remember now. He had that amazing what was it, sophomore year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he won the Heisman.
No, freshman year. He had an amazing freshman year, and sophomore year he was not that good.
But he got
But he got
injured, right?
I don't
But he also was small. There were knocks on him. Not that he wasn't a
Yeah.
good pick, but he was not this generational talent.
He wasn't like mocked to go number 1.
He wasn't Peyton Manning,
No,
who was
no.
like the
Close.
can't miss.
Okay.
No. So Bo keeps falling, and no one's picking him. And
2-3 went with their normal picks.
which is not how that would go.
Four goes with something while he's on the phone, right?
Yeah.
And so he calls the Jaguars, the idiot Jaguars, who have pick 6.
They called him, right?
No, he calls the
called
Jaguars
that.
because
Okay.
they have a new GM.
Oh yeah,
who's
yeah,
a
yeah.
young
Right.
kid who can fuck with.
So
Yeah.
obviously he has no idea what he's doing because he's the GM of a team, but he's young, so he must be
He
stupid.
must be stupid.
Yep.
So he calls, and the guy's panicked because all of his picks have been taken, even though.
But the number 1 pick is sitting there.
Yeah.
he needs a quarterback, but he's still not going to pick Mo.
Yeah.
He's like, "What do you know? What do you know? What do you know?" And
Well,
he's,
yeah, he thinks that what's his face Costner knows something about Bo and why he shouldn't pick him, which he kind of does.
So then Costner trades, also insane. He trades
Yeah.
3 years of number 2 picks for number 6.
Yeah.
So now Dennis Leary is truly flipping
Yeah.
out.
It's like you've given up
traded-
my next 6 top picks.
Yep.
You traded all of these
I
picks
quit.
away for nothing. I'm quitting. And Costner's like, don't quit yet. Just wait. So then he calls Seattle.
Which he wants him to quit. So actually be like, all right, I'll take it.
He
You're
doesn't-
out.
He doesn't like him anyway.
All right.
He calls Seattle, and we get the whole Costner speech. Give him my fucking picks back.
I want my pick back.
Again, something that would never fucking occur.
Right. And the
Yeah.
guy's like, why would I do that? And he's like, because I can pick him. And he basically, his selling point is you can still have your guy. You don't lose anything, but you have to pay him $7 million a year less. And he's like, okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Because
Yeah,
Jennifer Garner's the capologist. We figured out you can save a couple bucks and still get your guy.
Yeah.
So just do the thing. And then he's like, okay, I agree. And then he said, hold on a second.
But
And
I
then
like
puts
this.
him on hold and says, like, what else do we need? And somebody says, we need special teams.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the girl Jennifer Gardner
Jennifer
says
Garner
special teams, and then somebody comes up with a name.
Who is
Brian.
eventually a kick returner, which is also a bizarre
A
thing to
bizarre
say.
throw in on this. Yeah.
like
What's
we
it?
need a
Joshua-
Maybe it's Devin Hester.
Joshua Cribbs.
kick returners don't exist anymore. So why are you trading for one?
Well, back in in 2014, they were still pretty.
Was
They were
this
still-
Devin Hester? Is
yeah.
that what this pick was?
Devin Hester
Josh
was
Cribbs, I
still
guess,
pretty.
probably.
pretty
Josh
good.
Cribbs. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so he gets back on the phone and says, 30 seconds ago, we
It's
had
a whole
different
different
deal.
world or
It's a whole
whatever.
different world now, which is what Seattle said to him in the beginning. And he says, now I want the kick returner. And they're like, okay, whatever. So he gets the picks back and gets a punt returner, and the trade is made. And then he's like, flustered, like, okay, now what do we do? We made the trade to get
Oh right.
our picks back, so
yeah.
I have 7 again. So what do I do? And everyone's like, just pick Ray Jennings.
Yeah, pick the good
Everybody's
running
like,
back.
oh, duh. That's
So-
of course.
So he gets the 2 guys that were on the board. He gets Ray Jennings now, and he has the kick returner, and he's keeping the quarterback that's amazing, even though he was.
Come back from injury, but he
Not
is
great.
so good.
He's going to be so good. And then we see like he's done. The draft isn't even over. That was pick 7.
Yeah.
yeah, but they're done for the night.
They have the party. Yeah, right. They have the party, and then him and Jennifer Garner are walking out, and the mom has been a dick to Jennifer Garner this whole time. Keep
Yeah.
calling her by the wrong name, and finally he just turns around to his mom and is like, you're gonna be a grandma finally." She's like, "I am okay."
Amy.
Yeah.
Wait,
Allie.
shit. Which one was her real one?
Allie.
A-
Allie was the real name. She kept
Oh.
calling her Amy.
Okay.
So they hug it out. She's gonna be a grandma for 5 years.
Oh my. Oh my.
She's old.
Jesus. My God,
She's
I almost
old.
missed that.
She's old.
Oh.
She's in her 80s. Then we cut to the first game of the season. We see everybody getting all pumped up. Chadwick Boseman.
Who? Yeah, the
Great in
rookie
this
is
movie.
doing the like pump up speech,
Yeah,
which
right.
also doesn't make
Nope,
sense.
it doesn't make sense. And then we get to see Jim Brown in the box with everybody, and Jennifer Garner's super pregnant now.
There was another one.
Bonnie Kosar
Yes,
is
that's who
also
it was.
there.
Oh yeah.
and the owner Frank Langella. I love this. This is actually a part I really like and think is accurate. When they go, "Great, you did a great job," and he goes, "I can't take credit for it, but I will."
Yeah.
Yep.
And Frank Langella is in tons of stuff, one of the weird things he's in, he's Skeletor in the He-Man movie, the live-action He-Man movie.
That's funny.
Which is hilarious. He's good in this, and that is it. First game of the season, things are going well. Browns are going to win a championship.
I will say though, as much as we dumped on it, and we're right to do so, I enjoyed watching it.
That's the
It
thing
made
about
for a
this movie.
It made for a fun watch.
This is a fun movie to watch. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, so much so that it like you couldn't guess what was going to happen.
Oh, he plays
And that-
Richard
that I-
Nixon and
that I
Frost
liked.
Nixon.
I like that.
You like how
That
unpredictable it was?
That I wasn't like, oh, he's going to take this with that pick. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
it's a fun movie to watch. If you don't like football, you will like this movie.
Yeah. All in all, he
Kevin
traded.
Costner makes a good sports movie.
Yeah, he does good speeches. He does his good speech here. I can get my picks back.
All in all, he traded 3 number 2 picks for the 3 second-round picks for the number 1 pick overall and a punt returner.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's still a little off. He's
I
still
think
missing the
that's-
next 3 first or second round picks.
I think that's a pretty good.
Yeah, but it's only
Trade
second
off.
rounders.
Yeah.
It's but again, he didn't trade up for the quarterback. But
This is definitely a movie for like every audience, but it obviously didn't play that way. Like the people who would see this movie, NFL fans, did not watch it. Clearly. All right, time for a quote mountain. Got any quotes you liked from this? It's not great.
Oh, there was one. I gotta.
Come on, Tom, say it with me, you pancake eating motherfucker.
That was-
he's eating
that was
pancakes.
funny.
and pudding, yeah.
Oh, I did like Allie's line. It was Allie. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, Allie.
How is it that the ultimate prize in the most macho sport ever invented is a piece of jewelry?
Good one.
I thought that was funny.
I do like the line of the movie. I want my picks back, and I want David goddamn Putney because I feel like it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
What about your Dallas line here? There's me doing my job and you doing yours. Your
Oh,
job
yeah.
is the coach. Do they do it different in Dallas? Yeah, they do. They win, and he holds up a Super Bowl ring.
What was the when they were at the water slide? Him and the owner.
Oh,
What was
right.
the owner's name?
What was the owner's name? I forget now.
Just looking him up.
Nope, there's no internet.
Anthony Molina.
Anthony.
Okay. He says defense doesn't make a splash, Sonny. Defense doesn't make a splash, Sonny. People pay to get wet.
Ooh.
Get it?
Ooh. Ray Lewis.
While he
we
making
forgot
gross jokes.
To, forgot to talk
yeah.
about Ray Lewis being in this movie for like 1 second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. He is.
Because Molina asks him, "What'd you go, 1 or 2?" He goes, "Well, actually, no. I fell to 26th. Still hurts."
That's good too. There's like 3 people from the show Veep in this movie.
Didn't see that one.
Yeah, there's 3 different. You ever saw the show Veep with?
No.
No.
I don't think I ever watched it either.
You know, the show Veep has
Well-
several people in this movie.
Of course, Bill didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I-
right.
Yeah.
That's not surprising. Any other quote mountains?
Do we have an actual?
We never came up with one. What about the goddamn Putney?
Okay. I want my picks back, and I want David goddamn Putney, just because I feel like it.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with that. Most valuable player?
Puff Daddy.
Oh, I really want to say yes, but no, I can't say yes to that. How about the owner? He was fun. No? Costner?
He's very good at what he does.
Maybe.
Costner's good at doing
Jennifer
this.
Garner's good in this too.
Yeah.
She's good. She's she MVP?
No,
I feel
What
like
about
she-
Chadwick?
Chadwick's good in it.
Chadwick's good. He's good. Maybe Chadwick?
He's good in everything.
He's
though.
no
Come
Puff
on.
Daddy, but he's good.
He's no Puff Daddy. Maybe Chadwick.
I think the simple answer is just Costner.
All right, fine. We'll go with
Costner?
Costner it is.
What the hell is his name? Sonny Weaver Jr.
Sonny Weaver Jr. All right, final verdict of this movie. You guys liked it, even though I told you it's going to make you real mad.
It didn't make me real mad. It just didn't make sense sometimes.
It was just confusing.
Yeah.
What do you rate Draft Day?
I'm gonna give it a 6.8. I think that's a
It's around a 7.
that's a
yeah.
fair one.
Mm.
Maybe a little high, but fair.
I go to 6.9.
Okay, I'll give it a 6.5. Let's make it
Okay.
real confusing for him.
Okay. Equals
Makes it a
3.
6,
Looking
7.
at 6.7.
6.7. Where does that leave it?
Give me a second. Let's see. We got a 6.9 for the love of the game. Really? Oh, that was
That's
actually
a decent movie.
yeah, that was a good one. 6.8 for Raging Bull.
Yeah.
6.9
This is better
for
than Raging Bull.
Kingpin.
It's not as good as Kingpin. It's better than Raging Bull.
6.5 for Bend It Like Beckham.
It's definitely better. That was a 6.5?
Yeah.
That's too
Oh,
high.
6.7 Rookie of the Year.
So it's Rookie of the Year levels.
It is Rookie of the Year level, just behind
Okay.
Little Giants as well at 6.8.
Okay.
It's not bad.
That makes
Not
sense.
bad. Yeah.
It's not bad. Okay. I feel comfortable with that. I
Yeah.
feel okay with that. Okay. All right. It's time for our next review, which is Wally.
Yes, it
You
is.
have to spin a wheel, make a deal.
Gotta find my wheel. There's the wheel.
Spin a wheel, make a deal.
And spin it. It always takes a little while for it to
It
start
is the
spinning.
slowest spinner
It is a very slow spinner.
you can
'cause-
find on the internet.
Yeah. But
Deion Sanders was in this. John Gruden was in this.
Who's the dad? I like the dad of
Terry
the running
Crews.
back. Terry Crews, yeah.
Terry Crews. Shy McBride was the owner, I guess, of Seattle.
I got golf/boxing.
Oh, okay. We've done 2 golfs and 1 boxing thus far.
So I think. Let me just.
Fill some dead air here, Bill,
let
by
me just
giving us
make
some
sure
Shakespeare.
That it's on there.
I don't like Shakespeare.
What?
You
I
don't like
avoided
Shakespeare?
Shakespeare. In college, I took things like Virgil just so I wouldn't have to read Shakespeare. People give him credit for making up words. I think he was just lazy.
Ouch.
So, it's on Netflix.
Rocky.
It is Rocky.
It's about time, if I'm
Rocky
being
won?
honest.
Rocky 1.
It's
Nice.
about time that we watch this movie.
Yeah.
It was the one that I was going to pick if we got...
I was hoping I could get hockey this time. That's what I.
Oh, yeah?
There's one on Netflix that
There sure is.
I've been wanting to watch.
You've never seen it?
I've never watched it.
It's
before.
very good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I know what it is.
Yeah. But no, we're watching Rocky.
Tom Cashin loves it, too.
Okay, Rocky won,
Yes.
which I think won an Oscar, didn't it?
Sure.
It's our
I
first
believe it
Oscar-
did.
It's our first Oscar movie? Or did Raging Bull win an Oscar? No,
No.
Raging Bull did not win an Oscar, I don't think.
I think Talladega Nights won an Oscar for
Yeah,
Best
right,
Movie Ever,
yeah,
though.
Right.
Academy Award for Best Picture. Yeah.
Best Picture was Rocky
Yeah.
1.
Let's see.
You would read.
I just want to see winners. Damn it. Winners. Let's see. Did we have anything yet? Nope.
Sandlot.
Nope. Nope.
I don't think we do.
I'm trying. The only one I think that actually could have won is maybe Field of Dreams or League of Their Own.
I don't.
I don't think
Think
either one of
either
those
of
were.
those.
No, I don't think either one were, but I'm looking at the rest. I don't think anything would have won. Basketball, maybe.
Yeah, that was probably it.
Definitely basketball. Yep. Yep.
Basketball made it into Hard Knocks.
Oh, yeah?
You hear that?
No.
Wait. What do you mean?
Aaron Rodgers was talking about like the goofy, weird games he plays between practices, and he was playing a game called Pylon Ball, where you throw it, you have to knock the pylon over
Okay.
from like 25 yards away or whatever. And he goes, it's pretty much basketball rules. If anyone's ever seen that movie, and they had to like explain what basketball was, and he's
That's
like,
funny.
people can psych you out like when you try to throw it. So they show like the different quarterbacks trying to psych Aaron Rodgers out. He references basketball.
That's funny.
Like, okay.
Remember we played basketball in gym class at one point?
Yeah, we convinced the gym teacher to let us do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, we have not watched a Oscar-winning movie
Until right now. How about
Until right now,
that?
yep. There is one other sports movie that I saw
Oh, yeah?
in my quick scroll
That won an Oscar for Best Picture.
that won an Oscar for Best Picture.
What's that?
I'm gonna keep it to myself. That way I can use it myself.
Ooh.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'll give you the year once I find it again.
That won't help me even a little bit.
2004.
2004.
So, in college?
I have an idea of what I think it is.
Go ahead.
I think it's a boxing movie, isn't it?
It might be.
Clint Eastwood in it.
It may be.
Oh, $1 Million Baby.
It
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby.
Good
in
movie.
2004.
Clint Eastwood can put together a movie.
Guy's a real weirdo, but he can put together a movie.
Same way, it's him and Mel Gibson. They can make movies.
Yeah, Bell can do it. He's a real shithead, but he can make
Tom
good
Cruise
movies.
too, allegedly.
Yeah, right. He's never made a bad movie, Wally. It's
Christ.
true.
No.
It's true.
All the Right Moves was a bad movie.
It's not a good
It's not
All the
movie.
Right Moves
Great,
was a
but
bad.
it's not
Not
bad.
good.
It
It's
was
not.
a bad movie.
It's not bad.
It was a bad movie.
Decent. Fine.
Fine.
Cruise isn't bad in it.
No.
He's fine in it.
Thank God, he's a whiny little punk.
But that's what he's supposed to
Yeah,
be.
he's doing his job, baby. He's doing his job.
What was,
And he's very attractive in it.
what
I
was
just
the
wanna-
other
I
movie?
just want to get that out there.
No,
He's very
no.
attractive
He
in
does look weird.
it. He doesn't.
Don't you think he looks a little young back when he was young?
He does look a little young, but he's still hot. He's supposed to be in high school. All right.
Yeah, I'm glad that you were attracted to high school age people.
I didn't say that. I said I'm attracted to Tom Cruise. I said I'm attracted to Tom Cruise. Those are two different things.
Leave it to Wally to lead into pedophilia.
Oh, come on. Don't end the show on that note. Oh, my God. All right.
What year was A League of Their Own?
90s,
Okay.
I think. Like
I don't think it was even
91
nominated
or two.
for-
Yeah, I don't think it would be.
Are we sure Ladybugs wasn't?
Oh, God. It's still our worst movie.
It really is.
It's
by
bad.
far our worst
It's
movie.
because it's bad.
Like, as bad as Shallon's soccer was,
It's
at least it wasn't, like, offensive.
It's like what is it, a 3.8 or something like that?
It's
It
too
w-
high.
No, Ladybugs is 3.2.
It's
Shaolin
3.2.
Soccer is 3.8.
Okay.
Which we might have to give that a little bump just to
Well,
get it
we're
away
gonna,
from
we're gonna go over it again.
get
We'll
away from Ladybugs a
Yeah.
little bit.
put it lower. Rocky 1. Nobody ever talks about Rocky 1. Everyone always talks about Rocky 3 and 4.
Well, Rocky 4 has, I won't say it's the best movie ever, but it has the best scene in a movie ever.
It has like 4 of the best scenes in movies ever.
When Apollo dies?
No.
That's dark.
No, Wally. What the fuck? First of all, it has the weird robot,
Yes,
Oh
it
my
does.
God, I
the
forgot.
Screech
Great.
robot.
creep robot. You've got that. You've got the training montage, which is fucking awesome.
In
I'm
Russia?
not even joking. The training montage where
He's running in the
he's-
snow.
he's running in the snow and lifting up trees, and the other guy's taking steroids.
Yeah,
Great
That's
fucking
great.
great fucking montage. The
Yeah.
great song. And then it has the greatest scene in any movie
In
of all
every
time.
movie ever.
The entrance for our guy.
For Apollo Creed.
So,
Apollo Creed's
so just
entrance,
before he dies. Okay.
he comes out to
Living
in America with James
America.
Brown,
James Brown, yeah.
and it is awesome.
And it's the best scene that's ever been in a
It's the
movie.
greatest thing ever. And it's how do you go from that to dead? That upset me so much.
It is a roller coaster.
It's minutes
so
later,
fast.
he's dead. God damn it! All right. Rocky 1. That's
I will
enough.
break you.
dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. Those 2 lines are great.
Yeah.
Rocky
Yeah.
4 is great. Rocky 3 has Hogan in it.
What's he?
Then there's Mr. T in it.
He gives a total of like 4 lines that entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren, man.
Dolph is great. But nobody talks about Rocky 1, which is actually probably the best of all the movies. But okay. All right. That's it. We're out of here. Peace out. We'll see you next time. I feel so bad.
You said the see ya part,
Yeah, I said peace out.
and then you said see you next time.